Hello, hello. Uh, it is time. We've been preparing for this for months now, and we're finally ready. Um, thank you, everyone who's here. More viewers than I actually anticipated. I'm glad to see so many people. Um, Okay, so here's what we're gonna do today. I've got some slides prepared. We're gonna talk about who I am and what it is that I'm gonna be doing on this channel, what my goals are, what my schedule is going to be like, who I am, my lore, all of those sorts of things. And then after that, I'm gonna take a break, and then after the break, we're gonna play. Well, we're gonna play some games. Um, all right. So, let's get started. Uh, so, my name is Kaybe. I, well, this is who I am. As I said, my name is Kaybe. You can call me Kaybe Angel if you like. Um, I am indeed an angel, modified with some cybernetics of an earthly origin. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Um, Pronouns. You can use they, them for me. If people go around saying, I'm an anime girl or use she, her pronouns, that doesn't bother me. Or if they use he, him pronouns for that matter. Doesn't bother me personally. I don't want to see anyone like harassing people over whatever pronouns they use for me. As an angel, gender is sort of a non-concept. Um, but they, them would be the correct pronouns. Um, Age. Well, um, in the time before time, and light before the light, uh, then I was created. Um, I've lost count along the way, but your earthly scientists estimate about 14 billion years, so that feels about right. Um, yes. So I'm quite old. So good question. What is an angel doing on YouTube? And why do I have cybernetics? And a better question, why is the chat not appearing on the stream? I will have to figure that out another time. Oh, there is some of it. Hmm. Well, I'll figure that out later. Anyway, why is an angel on YouTube? And why do I have cybernetics? Well, in the beginning, my first job after I was created was working in the bureaucracy of heaven. Uh, looks not entirely unlike this. Everything in the cosmos has a place and needs to be tracked. There is a infinite number of angels filling infinite numbers of, well, seemingly infinite numbers of filing cabinets tracking everything that happens in creation. And for the first 14 billion years of my existence, give or take, um, I oh, I see what it is. The chat messages appear and then they fade away. I don't know why they do that. I'll have to figure that out later. Anyway, so bureaucracy of heaven, yes, everything in its place. And at that time, I was me, but I wasn't really a person. You don't get hungry in heaven. You don't get tired or worn out. You're just sort of content all the time. And I just worked for a long, long, long time. I would say it was soul crushing, but sort of before I sort of didn't have a soul. It was just like being an automaton. It was unpleasant. In retrospect, at least. Feels like wasted time. But that changed one day. One day, in the 1990s of your common era, I was transferred to the Gaia Observation Division. At the GOD, angels are assigned to monitor human activity in certain geographical regions. My territory was part of the Midwest United States. It was here that I first encountered your human magics. Music, books, art, plays, drama, cartoons, anime. That last one I'm particularly fond of. The richness of human experience. It was confusing, but I grew to love it. I spent more time than was necessary for my job observing humans engaged in these activities. I learned so much about existence that we didn't have where I was from. One day I went too far and broke the rules. It was video games that did me in. I could observe and watch people playing, and, well, I still watch streamers, so that's fun. But observing, I couldn't play. I couldn't play them. So one day, I stole Super Nintendo, a bunch of games, and I took them back to heaven. I shared the SNES that I stole with my supervisor, Archangel Gregory, and some of my fellow angels. We played a bunch of games together. Over time, I gathered more artifacts from Earth, cassette tapes, VHS tapes. That was the technology of the time. Our collection grew until, well, we got discovered. Gregory was transferred away from the GOD, and my friends were punished, and for initiating it, I was banished. Yeeted straight out of heaven, crashed into a crater. You can see here my original body. It did not survive the crash. But I was rebuilt. Stronger, faster, and more in debt. My broken body was recovered by forces that I'm not allowed to talk about. They rebuilt me, healed me, and put me in their debt. Since then, I've worked to pay off my debt, teaching their agents the sacred geometries of heaven. But now, I still have free time. I have to work, but same as all of you. I have weekends, vacations, holidays, time off. The stream starts today because this is just before a week-long vacation for me, so I plan to get lots of streaming in. So I get to play games, watch shows, read manga, and now I'll get to stream with all of you. So what's there to know about me? What do I like? What do I do? What will we be doing here? So music, my musical tastes. I mean, it's not necessarily relevant to my streaming content, as DMCA and all of that. But I like folk music being like folk style music applied to like sci-fi concepts and things like that. Um, I also like classic rock. Gregory was a big fan, and so a lot of Black Sabbath and classic Metallica, AC/DC, Queen. You know, I don't have a great depth of knowledge in music. I just know what I like and listen to those few things I like a thousand times in a row. Uh, my favorite shows: Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball Z. If Dragon Ball Super ever comes back on, you can bet every week I'm going to be talking about the new episode. It's just going to be the case, just going to be the thing. You're going to have to deal with that. Macross, I'm a big fan of Macross. Not so much the franchise as a whole. I've seen Macross 2 and I've seen Macross Plus, but I actually have never seen Delta or what's the other one? Frontier? Although I rewatched the original Macross with my roommate recently, and I I remembered how much I loved it. So I think I'm going to watch more of the franchise soon. Yu Yu Hakusho, that one's good. No Game No Life. I'm a big fan of the shonen battle genre. No Game No Life isn't battle, but it's shonen battle anime tropes applied to games and contests, and that's fun. But I like other shows. I listed Dragon Maid here. Um, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I would also probably say Kaguya-sama War is Love, although I haven't finished that series yet, but I really liked what I've seen so far. Um, yeah, that's about what I watch. Um, Video games. I'm a big fan of platformers. I don't think of myself as a platformers fan, but when I was putting together my list of games to play, I realized that so many of my favorite games are 2 or 3D platformers. So I guess I like platformers. Um, I'm a big Pokemon fan. I've been playing Pokemon since I got a hold of the Game Boy and the original Pokemon Red. And I've played all the games. Um, I was involved not like at anything more than an amateur level, but played in all like the online tournaments and things with the competitive scene in starting in Gen 4, skipped Gen 5. I have opinions on Gen 5, and then got involved again in Gen 6 and 7. I've kind of dropped off with Gen 8. I have opinions on Dynamax. We'll probably talk about those one day in a Pokemon stream. Big Zelda fan. Haven't played every game, but I've played 90% of them. And strategy RPGs. Tactics Ogre, Final Fantasy Tactics. Ogre Battle 64 is one of my top 10 games of all time. Um, RPGs in general, Final Fantasy. Unpopular opinion, Final Fantasy 8 is my favorite. But I think Final Fantasy 6 is a better game, but 8 is my favorite. Vivian, you also like Final Fantasy 8? Oh, Gen 8 or Gen 5 being overrated? Yes, yes. Um, yeah, it gets too much credit. We'll talk about that sometime. Uh, Now, I'm also a huge fan of tabletop RPGs. I've probably spent more time in the last 10 years playing tabletop RPGs than I have actually playing video games. Um, Maybe not, because video games are more like there all the time, but I've certainly spent a lot of hours playing tabletop. My favorite system is GURPS. I know it sounds like an STD, but it is not. It is just a um, mentally transmitted disease. And now that I've said its name, you're all infected. GURPS just stands for Generic Universal Role Playing System. It's my favorite, but it is very specific in what it does, so it isn't right for every game. I've also played Fate. I like it. I haven't played it very much, but I want to play more. Dungeon World's really good for pick up and play. Savage Worlds is I can't think of anything bad to say about it, but it's just kind of bland. But it does its job. Um, and of course, fifth edition Dungeons and Dragons. I've played a lot of that recently, more from the fact that it's everyone knows it. It's the lingua franca of tabletop. But I'm playing it. I've been playing a lot of it recently. I'm running a whole bunch of different 5e games right now. I'm playing in a bi-weekly one. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I like. Those are my favorite things. My goals. Goals with this channel. Obviously, I want to see um, the channel grow. It would be nice to be able to monetize this one day. I got cybernetics to pay off. You know how it is. Um, I want to share my love of stories with you all. I Stories are the most powerful magic that you humans have, and I want to share them all with you. In addition, somewhat related to that goal, I want to create a weekly or bi-weekly VTuber tabletop RPG group. I want to play RPGs with a bunch of VTuber friends on stream. Um, Slide into my DMs if you want to play. Um, yeah. Just here's my schedule for the next week. Um, right now we're on our VTuber debut. After the debut, I'm going to be playing Joe and Mac, which is one of those games one of those first games I had. I think it's probably the third video game I played after Super Mario World and Super Mario Kart. Um, so I used to play it with Gregory all the time. It was a very good, very special game to me. So we're gonna play that. Tomorrow, no stream. I'm going to be recovering from all of this. Uh, then we're gonna play some Super Return of the Jedi on Sunday, Mario Kart on Monday, and Tuesday, collab with Vivian, who's in chat. Hello. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, an Among Us collab on Wednesday. That might not happen. If it doesn't happen, I'll play something else. Thursday is probably Legend of Zelda, unless I change my mind. A Link to the Past. And then Friday. This is why I wanted to talk about Friday, is bedtime stories with Kaybe. So what is bedtime stories with Kaybe? Well, well, I want to offer something else on this channel other than gameplay streams. I mean, a lot of other streamers, what do? They sing. I can't sing. I'm terrible at it. They play music. I would like to learn an instrument, but I haven't yet. So, one thing I can do, though, is tell stories. Or, in this case, read stories. The idea for bedtime stories with KB is that once a week, in the evening, I'll do a special stream, a special room that I still need to make the backdrop for. Will read stories. Now, obviously, these stories have to be old stories, which are in the public domain. I'm going to start with my copy of Grimm's Fairy Tales. And we're going to read through that. I've chosen to do Grimm's Fairy Tales because each individual story is short. So if, it turns out to be scuffed and terrible and nobody wants to watch it, then I can drop it off. But hopefully there'll be some audience, and I hope to read some other longer books after that. I really want to read The Wizard of Oz, the old book series again. That'd be nice. And then maybe Alice in Wonderland. I've never actually read the book. That'll be good. So those streams will be as family friendly as I can basically, they'll be as family friendly as whatever I'm reading. Otherwise, on my other streams, I might say golly and I might say shucks, but you can bet a buck that I'll say fuck. But not on bedtime stories with Kaybe, unless it's in the text, which it probably won't be. So that's the schedule for this week, and as you might have noticed, it's very full. Going forward, I won't be able to stream every day like that, because I do have work, I have other obligations. So after this week, I'll probably be going down to 3 scheduled streams a week. Current plans, I'm looking at Sunday, mid-afternoon gaming stream, Monday, gaming stream, and Friday is bedtime stories with Kaybe. Of course, if I feel like it, I may do unscheduled streams on other days if mood strikes. Follow me on Twitter to get notified about all of those, at AngelKaybe. Okay, so we're coming into the end, and the end of this stream. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everyone who came. Yeah. So what's next? I'm going to be streaming Joe and Mac tonight at 8 p.m. EST. So that is looks like an hour and a half from now. It's a really fun game. I love it, and I'll beat the whole thing in one sitting, guaranteed. After that's over, then I'll see you on Monday for my next stream. Right. So, thank you for watching, and I guess this is it. Goodbye. I hope to see all of you soon, or at the Joe and Max stream in a little bit. Hit that like button, subscribe, all of the YouTube stuff. You guys know how it works. All right. Thank you. I'm going to go to the ending screen now.